Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and today we're going to go over this little conundrum. What happens when you have an MA case and you get this massive posterior open bite? Sometimes you get it, depends on where they're placing the wings. Sometimes you get it if it's a mixed dentition case just in the premolar or in the baby teeth area. Sometimes you get it like the whole back, including the sixes and the sevens. And you end up with these like really strange bites if the patient is compliant. So I've got actually a lot of content on what I recommend doing about that. There's a few different options, and the same thing happens with twin locks, so it's not a big deal. We just do deprogramming. We use Holly retainers, we use bonded retainers. You can use cut Essex and keep an eye on them. Not a big deal. But the funny thing is that Align Technology tells you to keep going and do refinements, and they put these giant attachments on to extrude the teeth, and that is so inefficient. I don't understand why their Clinchecks do not represent what really happens. I think they need to make them realistic, because the problem is the first time you do the first time you do an MA case, and if you don't know what's going to happen, you're going to freak the heck out. You're going to freak out, and the patient's going to freak out. So now I feel like I'm knowledgeable enough, and I'm trying to explain to you guys that we're all knowledgeable enough to let the patient know that the Clincheck and what it looks like is not really what's going to happen. It's just not going to sail and go through your numbers and go to TB and go to TG, and then it's going to be perfect. No, you're going to have at least one or two refinements. You're going to have to do some type of deprogramming or elastics or extrusion attachments, and it's going to be clunky and junky. But I've had this situation, usually on most of the cases I've seen, it's worked out great. By the time we got such a massive open bite, we had corrected the AP, we had corrected the sagittal, and now it's all good, at least the AP and the sagittal is corrected. The overjet is gone. So all we have to do is deprogram and close the open bite, finish, and we're done. Whether this is, phase 1 or phase 2. I've had a few where maybe it was like a really, really, really big AP discrepancy, a big sagittal discrepancy, a giant overjet. And yeah, we've made some improvement, but we've still got 5 millimeters left. Now what do we do? And a massive overbite. Sorry, my bad. And a massive open bite in the back. What do? Do we deprogram and work on the open bite first, or do we keep going even though we have a massive open bite in the back and keep working on the AP? And this is the answer I do not have yet. I'm working with a few doctors. We've got a bunch of cases going. Some are doing the deprogramming, some are keep going with the MA. I will update you maybe in a few months what I think is best, and if I see any red flags. I hate to do this and to just have this happen again. So far, we're mostly just doing what Invisalign says and just keep going with the MA. But yeah, it's a tough call. All right, thank you.